Thank you, Larry. Great start. And a special thank you to to Courtney, who was an absolute surprise. I didn't know that Courtney was going to grace us with his talent, and what better way to start this evening's proceedings. I want to dedicate Courtney's rendition to Roger. Where's Roger? He's hiding his face, but Roger has a birthday today. So from all of us here, Roger, we thank you for coming, because I know especially on your birthday, there's so many other places and things you could do. Like I stepped on a little touchy situation. So as you could see, the other thing I want to say is I really want to thank everybody for coming out. I know this is not an easy time for Florida. There are persons in different parts of the state that are in the most difficult circumstances. So we pray that they will be safe and that the recovery will go on as fast as possible so Florida can go back to a normal life. Having said all of that, I think that the laughter that came after Roger's birthday greeting, and of course Larry's introduction, really shapes the spirit of what we're doing today. This is actually our final stop. We started off in Queens, New York, and then and then we had another wonderful engagement in Manhattan, and then we went on to Washington for an engagement there, and we're calling them our listening and grounding sessions. And that's very important to us. We're not here to lecture. We're here to give you a vision of what we hope we can achieve if we all work together. And Larry said a very important thing. The people in all the rooms that we have been in are Guyanese that want to see better for Guyana. And in the presentations you're going to hear that finally, after generations, after all the challenges we've had as a people, Guyana is equally poised to be able to deliver much more to her citizens. And so we start off from that premise, that each of us has to step forward and do what we can to ensure more Guyanese get more of the pie that's available now. So having said all of that, I want to introduce our team. On my immediate left is Laura George. Laura comes from the teaching profession, but has actually in recent years been working very closely in advocacy in the hinterland and indigenous communities, and a very, very strong person that speaks and is involved in our climate change agenda and the general Green State initiative. Next to Laura is a gentleman I think I know. I mean, after 31 years of marriage and maybe 10 years or 20 years before that, I know him. And I gotta admit, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. So, Nigel Hughes. No, I'm not putting it in right. Nigel Hughes. Next to Nigel is David Patterson. David is a member of parliament, as I am. And David was former Minister of Public Infrastructure. And I say to David that, you know, the amount of pressure that he is bringing to bear, because David was very, very involved in a lot of the plans and designs and feasibility studies where it was done for infrastructure development in Guyana. And so he's playing an important role in keeping the government intact. And, well, not intact, the government accountable to some of the expenditures, the huge amounts that are being expended in the infrastructure sector. So he's going to tell you a bit more on that. So that's David Patterson. And finally, my other colleague in Parliament, Beverly Alert. Beverly actually comes from a media background and also security, international security background. Some of the training she's done, her MBA, etc., etc., etc. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the team. Another question has been asked. We all are based in Guyana, and we've all traveled up for this this event. Dr. Shamir Ali should have been with us, but unfortunately the weather hijacked some of his plans and he could not be here. And we have other persons that were at other locations, but because of commitments, the entire team is not here. Anyway, thank you again, and over to Laura.